The entire town in the state of Montana was covered by the biggest snowstorm in the past 10 years. Schools were closed, the streets were deserted, and only the sound of the howling wind and the soft thuds of snow hitting the window panes could be heard. Ethan, a 15-year-old boy, stood by the window looking outside. The world was a blur of white. At the end of the street, he saw the figure of a man hunched over, pulling a sled loaded with groceries. He suddenly realized it was his father. Mr. Daniel had worked all night at the truck station, taking an extra shift to earn more money. Now he was walking more than 3 kilometers through the storm to bring food home, as vehicles couldn't move in the thick snow. On his shoulders was an old, worn coat, the hood pulled low, snow clinging white to his hair. When he placed the grocery bag on the kitchen table, his hands red from the cold, he only smiled. The storm was too heavy. I couldn't find a cereal you like, but I bought some extra chocolate milk instead. Ethan said nothing, only nodded. Inside, he still felt a little resentful that last week his father had missed his basketball game. But that evening, when he went into the kitchen for a drink of water, Ethan found his father asleep in the chair, still wearing the wet coat. On the table was a half-written note. "My son, I know I'm not perfect. I miss some moments, said some wrong things. But every day I try, even when I'm tired, so you won't have to worry the way I once did. I don't know how to be a perfect father, but I know how not to give up." Ethan stood still. He pulled a blanket over his father, his hand unconsciously resting on the calloused shoulder. Outside, the snow kept falling, but in that moment he realized his father had been standing in the middle of winter his whole life, just so his child could always feel like it was spring.